But as soon as you do that, which is fine, as soon as you do that, it's sort of, you like, where do you draw the line? There's always someone that's going to be aggrieved, isn't there? It's difficult. You see what I mean?
But that's not the same thing as what I was...
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, from a policing point of view, it's kind of difficult where we have regulations, but some regulations are sort of more enforced than others. Do you see what I mean?
Well, that surprises me though. Because,
But you've seen the regulations, you've got the right.
Yeah.
You know that people can't hand out sort of leaflets, they can't display signage.
Honestly, no, I haven't really paid too much attention. I have, because I don't do any of that, so I'm not really, I don't do any of this, so I haven't studied them. All I saw was obviously people mentioning this one, so I focused on that. So I haven't actually gone through all the regulations. And so, as far as enforcing the rules go, that is up to you to do. And if I fully expect, if it says no ball games, no ball games. Not, well, it's only a 4-year-old, let them go. Because here's the thing, is if you let one go, how can anybody respect you for say, well, why aren't you enforcing? Well, it's the same thing.
That's right. Because
you have to be even.
Regulations, or we're here to enforce regulations according to how we feel at the time. Do you know what I mean? You can't
that's what my puzzle is, again. Yeah. I didn't realise it was optional. And that particular one that they were breaking, because of the number of attacks that are going on, the whole raping gang, the whole hell that we're going through in Europe and this country with this, heightened violence that's going on, and it happens to be connected to the ideology that they're doing. And I know, because I've read the Quran, I know that the whole thing, the deal, that is just a joke. They're not actually really praying. That's just them showing that it's intimidation. They're saying, this is what we're doing, look who we are. Because they're supposed to go to the mosque. And don't tell me, there's plenty of mosques for them to go praying. They're supposed to clean, there's a ritual that they're supposed to go through, if they're serious. That's it, because when they're here and they're doing their talking, that is, that's better than praying. Right. In their belief system. Right. So it's sure a show. It's a show that they're putting on with the praying. It's saying, this is it, so deal with it, this is what we're doing this. And so that's what I object to at the moment. But if it was Christians, okay, I wouldn't feel threatened, so to speak. I know that it wasn't being done for anything other than, but I wouldn't particularly care for it. I'd say it's not appropriate. We don't do that. We go to churches. It's just not a custom here. And so when I saw that it was being broken, and it was upset. I know a lot of people have been complaining about it over the years. Right. I've heard. I'm like, why? They don't need to do that. And see, they've stopped doing it without, right? They didn't. Well, yeah, but it's because it was necessary. Yeah. And it was. The thing that I found frustrating is that it is actually in print, and one of their rules in their book is that they're supposed to obey the law of the land, respect the law, and go along with it. And because that is the law, no need for discussion because it's right there in print. They will say, fair enough. They just knew they were getting away with it. Right? And so
pushing boundaries.
Yeah. And so I say, if they can do it there, when you try and tell them something else, like the respect, it's not there. The police, I would prefer, personally, and this is just my opinion, and as a visual, as a citizen everywhere else, I don't like to see the police taking part in parades and being pally in the carnival, dancing. No, in your uniform. No. Yeah. It looks ridiculous. It looks absolutely totally unprofessional.
Yeah.
And
especially a sign of law and order, not, And I don't know where all this when you're engaging with the public, it's great came from, because there still needs to be, because that respect's been broken down.
Totally.
And there still needs to be that barrier. We still have to, we have to sort of step in. So in that respect, I totally agree with you. don't think it looks good at all.
I just wish that there could be just, step back and, it not quite so. I don't say not be friendly, but no, almost, it's almost like your buddies, it's like, let's go, So if you're not in uniform, okay. But, there's an image.
Yeah.
And I'm a traditionalist. And I just think, wow, what? And if it was working, that would be one thing. But it's not working. And you want to have respect from everybody. And what's happening is, because of the policies that are coming from wherever the hell this sphere is, some other world that's not reality, it's damaging everybody. And I tell you now, I cannot believe what's happened to me. I feel very unsafe in my home.
This week.
I don't feel safe in my home.
Got legal.
No.
You should do.
Well, I know to get it, but I didn't know I was going to need it. When they broke my bloody, I said, shouldn't open the doors. I didn't know they were going to tackle me like a bloody, as if I was some kind of armed mass murderer.
Yeah.
It was you watch the footage, okay? Because it's on
YouTube, isn't it?
It's everywhere actually. It should be on. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. You see, and here's the other thing that I find very disturbing is people being able to cover their faces here. Here's this guy who I've seen, and he was aggressive with me. That's out of order. That's not good for tourists, okay? Cover the speaker's corner, walking in the park, and I see some guy with a mask on his face. It's like, what is he going to rob me?
Yeah.
What's that? What? That's become a normal. It's like, no, nobody should be allowed to cover themselves. That's like why are they covering their face up? It's, not for good reason. It's not because, they want to play a surprise, hey, it's me. No, it's because there's something wrong.
Yep.
So that is wrong.
That's another thing we've discussed. We have to get sort of, because obviously if there's no specific legislation about removing face masks, but yeah, that's only if for researching.
No, there's actually power. Hello.
You busting my colleague.
I was just talking about the
musicians.
I'm just saying. And they see somebody with their face covered.
Yeah.
Are they going to rob me? Why is their face covered? That doesn't look like a friendly person.
No.
It's just the wrong...
No, we discussed it in the meeting earlier on at the right time when we were speaking to them. The problem is we haven't got the powers to ask them to remove the face cover.
Do you know what I'm going to tell you, Steve?
Section 60 we used to be 68, was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can...
Yeah.
Just say, remove your face covering.
Yeah. There's a way around it which I'm going to work on at the appropriate time today when everything calms down a bit and I'm going to have a word with this chap. Because I don't know him because I haven't met him yet.
He's got the same,
Yeah.
he's a specific covering,
Yeah.
and he tried, he was aggressive with me at the time when I was trying to have a conversation.
He's on my radar and I'll get him sorted.
But I'm just saying in a general sense, it's all wrong. The image, you say people talk about the image of Speaker's Corner and the ethos, that doesn't fit into an ethos.
And it's probably since Christmas, a lot of things have been going on in the service. We are changing the dynamics. Unfortunately, it can't happen over the weekend. It takes time. A lot of the real antagonists here are slowly working through, especially some of the ones that are in the violent disorder, have all been dealt with appropriately, and they're being taken out of the way. In here, I've got all my exclusion notices, people which I've been working through, people we don't want to. Yeah, so our list. Yeah.
Sure.
No.
You might be on someone's list.
Oh yeah, I'm on somebody's list. It's
are...
like 5 charges, and all I said was have a gay day, and stop him from hitting me, just that. I didn't kick him.
You seriously need legal.
I know I need legal rights, because
Okay.
the legal advice I got was they told me that I couldn't have my phone. They told me that I had to give up my phone. My lawyer said, yeah, give it to him. So no, but they took it anyway because they had my handcuffs on. So anyway, Steve, I'm just doing a sort of, because I'm coming from the outside looking in, and I think that sometimes there's a sort of familiarity, and it's like a little bubble that you're living in. It's all quite comfy. But I can tell you, because of the nature of the internet and the streaming, the image is seen.
It warps it. And this is, I'm putting a few seeds out there at the moment because I'm going to try and stamp out all this hate and animosity which is going on from social media. And I put it out there. I had a little chat with Mohammed Hijab before Christmas about all the things that are going out there is warping, as is quite right to say, what goes on Speaker's Corner, causing a lot of tension. The people that are putting all this trolling comments on it and creating these videos which are causing trouble, which comes back each Sunday, we're going to start getting rid of. And that is not an attack on freedom of speech, that is an attack on the people who are damaging freedom of speech.
Well, here's the thing as well, okay? The fact that because I am criticising the Quran and Islam and I am only criticising what's actually printed and what is stated.
You're not Tan, are you?
No. Hell, Tango.
Tan was great.
He's banned.
I know.
That is an outrage. Okay? Lawrence Southern's banned. I mean, this has turned into a police state. And Steve, you obviously haven't seen my video from Wednesday when they tackled me to the floor like I was some kind of mass murderer, bruising, taken into custody, cuffs behind the back. I'm telling you, you guys, it is, and unfortunately...
If it's any reassurance, the majority of police officers are like us. The vast majority. You know, and we're not in a police state, believe me.
Steve, watch my videos of my encounters.
I'm not questioning
what you
will
saying. Change your mind. Because I'm saying now, I don't feel safe in my flat. I was taken in for completely false pretenses, tackled. I mean, I've had a lot of surgeries. They could have seriously injured me, and what they did, I still don't know what they did, what they did it for. I've got this whole, I've had to take, fingerprints and all this crap because I told somebody to have a gay day, and pushed him away from me because he came at me, And I say, because I've had all my other, I have a mouth on me, okay? But it's quite polite. It's quite rational and reasonable. And I mean, I will respond if somebody has a go at me, then I return. But I initiate, I try and just have a discussion because shouting doesn't get anywhere. No. Not listening doesn't do anything. Communication is the key. Rational discussion. And I also am not, if I decided to, would I honestly decide to try and pick a fight with you? The guy was, between you two, it was him. I'm not an idiot. I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid, I'm not going to, So the whole thing is just, it's very scary. And what happened with Tommy now, is a really unnerving. We're all totally, it's like, what? And America's gone, the world. Outside this country, everybody is saying, what's happened to England? What has happened? Because when people talk about hate speech, I'm thinking it's when they say, death to America, death to your people, death, we're going to kill you. You're horrible, you're disgusting, you should die. That to me is hate speech. To say, I don't like what you're doing because, the Quran says you should kill infidels, that's just stating a fact and an opinion. But they get to say it's hate speech. And okay, it's like that, because I said somebody have a gay day, I'm now accused of a homophobic hate crime. Now to me, a hate crime again is where somebody is physically threatened. They feel threatened physically, not emotionally. Unless it's a threat of physical harm, and then that's an emotional. But to say, and that's why I said my thing on the free speech. We do actually have it here. They've added these little things by it.
Myself and Vinny here, and there's a couple of others, and most of these officers here are not from the Royal Parks who don't understand Speaker's Corner. And there's a few of us, I'm ultimately responsible for what happens here. But we are adamant to keep the integrity of what Speaker's Corner is. And everybody that's here knows this is what, especially I'm doing this 5 years. There's no hidden agenda here. No one's telling me how this should be run. We are doing it for the benefit of everybody to have freedom of speech here.
Well, can I just say, I think that what would be very helpful, at the moment, it looks like everybody's quite calm. But if you watch the videos just me,
I watch a lot of videos, so
you
I know
see
exactly.
the manner that people are behaving. They're intimidating and aggressive, and that's what they count on.
Yeah.
They count on that to shut people up, and unfortunately, they didn't count on me because.
Speak soon.
Pray for me because guys, I'm scared of my own.
Make sure you get proper legal advice though, because they'll pick up. Okay.
Thank you.
And that's
Hopefully
Sussex with the man.
I know.
You're safer here.
I know. I'm going to stay here. Can I put your tent up? Is that allowed?
You've got the regulations.
I know.
Do you live local to London, or do you?
No, I live on the south coast.
You really?
Yeah. I used to live in it. I used to live in Clapham. I worked, Piccadilly Circus. Yeah. Because, Speaker's Corner is such a special place.
Absolutely. Well, when I retire, I'll still be coming there because I love it so much.
And I am hoping, as I said, today it all seems pretty chilled, but I tell you, with the discussions I had, it's just not, the behaviour is just, they're not supposed to be intimidating. I thought that was actually not, and if they just need to just be sort of coached and just easing up, calming down a bit, calm down and just talk. And
did you see the YouTube video that Callum put out? Titans TV.
About
hello. Today I'm 6'6" with a helmet on 7 foot. He put out something which I fed out about how we are weeding out the social media trolls, the ones that are intimidating people, certain groups of the Dwar team. We are slowly but surely getting rid of them. And we have, as I said, you can't do it overnight. We have to build evidence, because between me and you, there are some
this guy on the bike here, very aggressive. This one on the bicycle. He was threatening to me. It's just so shocking, actually, I have to say, just how people are with me. I'm not. Nobody can say I'm intimidating, for Christ's sake. I'm 5'4". I've got a bloody stick, and I'm 50. Whatever.
But you're very. So you are very good. And what I like about you is I like your consistency. I like the no, because that is the art of good debating, speaker's corner, and that's what I want more here, because it weeds out the ones that can't act. Yes, they turn to violence, but soon they think I can't act anymore. It weeds them out. So I'd like an army of AIM because it helps me out and my colleagues tremendously.
Well, it's funny because actually, I did, I couldn't believe, I don't know if you saw, I don't know what you see, but there was a time when I was doing the one about, I got into I don't do the Bible because I don't know the Bible, but I was trying to fight about, they're talking about Jesus, and the next thing you know, they're chanting my name, Amen, Amen. I'm like, the Muslims, the guys that I'm talking about.
Famous already.
And I'm like, wait a minute, usually you want to kick my head in, and now you're just chanting those.
But obviously, just as advice, just be careful. There are people here that can turn, especially if you go into the summer, you start getting all the Saudis and Qataris coming over, and they can be really obnoxious. So
that's where you come in.
That's where I come in with jest. Sometimes things I'm not here every Sunday, and it always goes wrong when I'm not here.
Well, I would say, can I just say, honestly, for the in the present climate, can you please make sure there's a presence here? Because there was a time, the last couple of times I was here, it was about 4 o'clock, and I was on my own, with a couple of friends, and this guy here on his bicycle, I thought he was going to hit me. He's a very aggressive man.
I think I've spoken to him before, actually.
Yeah, so, it's just
he's on my radar.
Anyway, it's nice talking to you. I'm so glad I met you, because
Amy, you're a pleasure, as I said. And,
I thought I was going to have it's a chance. I tell you, watch that footage on Wednesday. It's 5 minutes. I just hope that I hope you're horrified. I hope you are, because it was out of order of every.
Again, my lovely.
Thank you,
It is
Steve. Will you come down to Sussex and protect me? Because I just feel worried in my house because they were going to break my door down. They said if you don't have the door, we're going to break it down. Anyway, thanks, Steve. Cheers. Hello. You right?
Yeah.
What?
Just wandering around.
Just wandering around?
Yeah.
That was arrested, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Is that crazy?
That's nuts.
Was that
Why did they
horrific?
judge you out of your house as well?
I
Fucking goons.
didn't know they were coming. I had no idea.
Do you know what you need to do? You need to buy yourself some deep heat, and next time they do it, it's CS gas. It's CS
I didn't know
gas.
they were going to do it.
And this training man told me it's CS gas. Protect yourselves.
Yeah.
It's legal as well.
Says,
Are you alright? How's your
we
arm?
the people.
I know a good osteopath.
I couldn't believe that, man, when they done that. That was so wrong.
That was bad, eh?
On every level, that was wrong.
What was it for?
Didn't
I
surprise
still
you.
don't
Had
know.
a gay day.
No,
Well,
because
unless you say Dodo Saurus.
I got.
Now that would be out of order because you can be arrested for that.
What is that?
Dodo Saurus.
Who said what?
Who
I
said
haven't heard that
what?
one.
What is all this about? Who said what?
I said have a gay day, but it wasn't that they paid for me. It was intimidating. Apparently, I didn't know this. I was intimidating my witness.
Oh, because you
Mine.
spoke to
Oh,
your
right.
witness.
Perversion
Yeah.
of the court of Yasser, yeah? They said that, didn't they?
I didn't know what justice because I hadn't.
Breach
I
of,
didn't know what
probation
I
or
did.
something.
I said, wait a minute,
Breach of
what?
probation.
Why did that girl? She looked a bit masochistic, the policewoman. She looked.
They all are, because they're too thick to be solicitors.
One of my friends, she used to look at her lesbian. Like that wasn't
Let's
my,
be honest,
my
they're
friend said that. And
passive-aggressive.
she looked
Mummy doesn't
masochistic. Look at her.
Don't stand near the policeman and call
And it
them
carried on. My footage cut off.
It's
I mean, you know, it's like
Well,
when I saw my phone, just because I was doing that, I saw the phone drop and it was on home screen. I thought, shit,
I think they're fine.
unbelievable.
Don't say it near
I had no
them.
idea what
She
was
was
going
standing
to
in a
happen.
copper going,
And I
he's a
couldn't-
goon.
Oh, it was
That's
just so
the head
scary.
goon. That's what I said.
It
That's
was
the head
so-
goon.
Because
Is that
All right, I
wrong?
arrest you.
I saw another video. There's another
Man, look at
video
their
where some
van
guys
there,
give me
put it in
advice and have to shut
Listen,
your
I
phone down.
don't care. They can put me in their cells all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
That was because they arrested me.
I will sleep with Pat Frida if I have to get by in
They
jail.
need a warrant.
I
They
don't
need
mind.
a warrant to go through, even to get to
But
your
I'd
house.
get
They
through
need a
it,
warrant.
man.
They did.
It's
But they play games.
perseverance, but they won't shut me
They
up.
play games with you and they say, "Oh, we can do it. We really need a
I
warrant."
asked for the warrant. They said no, they don't need one to arrest.
They do. Not to arrest, but that's because you've gone
They
outside.
used to.
You've gone outside.